Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Taptap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Taptap Send. Yes, Taptap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Taptap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama Media, Texas, you drew, very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Taptap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Taptap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Back to the series of episodes talking about the December activities for the Shatta movement empire, where the booked and busy activities happened. And I can tell you that if you missed some details in the first one, then definitely you are sure going to get a rest right here on Sammy Flex TV, Shatta Update, making sure that everywhere you sit as a fan of the Shatta movement empire, you get the authority to speak the way you have to speak. That one, I want everybody to know about this. I want you to get the authority that I talk like, yeah, you are an insider. You have information. Because, of course, you got it right from source and not from any other place. So get to know this and know peace. We are still going to delve deeper into some of the activities, what went on behind the scenes, so you get to know. And next time, you can also be a part of it if you want to. My name is Sammy Flex. Welcome to the Shatta Update. I'm doing this with my sidekick, Roland Amate, also a part of Shagzy and Shatta Movement Empire. When we sit like this, we talk about the nitty-gritty of the issues. Let me also say thanks to Digital Rasta, he's called Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And I know that as much as you are also at the other side, remember you are part of the movement. Let's do it and do it well. Taptap Send is also here. So whilst you are watching us, anytime someone wants to send you money from abroad, tell the person if it is not on Taptap Send, then he should be very, very careful. Taptap Send is the ish. Download it today, use the promo code SammyFlex and start sending money. Get some extra into your wallet. You can only get this from Taptap Send. Let's get into the issues. Now, Roland tells me we have to do about 3 of the shows this time round. Because, yeah, Medikal show, which happened on the 16th, was just a passing through something. There was a point Shatta even came, sat in one of the cabanas and with his sweetheart Mali and some other business friends. They were having some time until he passed through the show briefly and he ran away from the event. Of course, the show also ended. It was not his show, but right after his appearance on that stage, the show had to end same way. Then it took us to Manso Kwanta in the Ashanti region, going via flight and cars and coming back straight to Kasoa to continue with the homecoming. That was also big. And I'm sure maybe I'll throw this one to Roland first to start with the medical planning and plotting album concert. What he saw, what he wants to share. Then we move on to other issues as well. So let's go straight to it. This is episode number 2 for the recap of our December activities, and I'm so happy that I'm doing this with you because you also saw so many things that some of them I did not even see. Yeah, so it makes it quite interesting. And after that, it will still be coming your way to give you some more updates. True.
Well,
so starting with Medical's planning and plotting.
Planning and plotting was 16th, right after the 15th, the
Okay.
complete gig.
Yeah.
So it was just a brief rest. Then we hit the next one, which was medical show. However, it was because it was a passing through, and it was not one that he's been built to perform as in giving his own
full set.
Yes, his full set for him to display.
But let me also say to the organizers, they wanted to give him his own set.
Yeah.
But Shatta also had this in mind. Shatta sees Medikal as his brother, as his colleague, as a younger brother and all. And at every point in time, he wants Medikal to shine the best anytime that he is given the platform. So he did not want to take time, then maybe, because I remember I spoke with the manager of Medikal, Kofi Jam, and told me, Donny can perform but I told him, no, Donny wants it to be a medical day.
And
he's here to celebrate him.
And
you know,
it was. When you even look at when we entered into the whole premises, he went to sit down, enjoy the show, Medical's performance like any other person before he even went on stage to jam with him. That's even made the intention even very clear that yes, this is not somebody that is there to take another person's shine or to just disrupt the show, but because it is medical show, and you know the planning and plotting concept, this is just an introduction into what they are going to do this year. That is in the Indigo O2.
Yeah.
So the conversation all should be about medical and the things that he can offer when he hits on stage, and that is what they displayed. In fact, on the night, the whole display experientials that they did over there, the stage setup, everything, the medical set, different sets that he did on the night was very beautiful. But of course, Shatta was there to also support a brother. You know, these are DTB, Stubborn Academy School Prefect, Stubborn Academy Principal, Stubborn Academy Headmasters. So he had to go and support him. And on the night, it was just calm right from the 15th, which was the corporate game. We entered into the 16th. So it was something that we were just taking it cool.
Okay.
The team, when it was time for him to go, he went there earlier, like we talked about in the other episode for the time. He was there earlier to sit, relax, enjoy with his love, and also some of his business partners. Enjoy like any other person. I remember when Fela was jamming to Medical's performance, he was also enjoying from wherever we were. And it was beautiful to see stars lined up to celebrate their colleague like that. It was something that we all enjoyed on the night. Then after, he climbed on stage to support his brother. And in fact, that telepathy between like the two of them is one that you always envy. You always envy. I know so many people who come, Medikal, don't roll with Shatta, Wale and all that. And some people, I can say with full chest that they wish they had partners like that. In fact, the partnership between Medikal and Shatta is one that so many people wish they have. Because you see, in this industry, people will tell you, Charlie, they don't have friends in the industry. They have colleagues.
Now people are even scared to call some people friends. Exactly.
So these things are just rare. They are just 1 in a million that you can see in an industry. In an industry, these are people who have different visions, different ideologies, yet they are able to meet at a certain point. In fact, I remember the album launch, the planning and plotting album launch. Medikal said something and it really caught my attention, and I will never forget this. He said one of the people that he had a tough time getting him on the album was Shatta Wale.
Yeah, was Shatta Wale. Yeah. I remember. That's the album listening time.
Yes, and this is somebody that on stage, anytime, any day, they are like magnets. You can't put one here and one there, and they won't. In fact, they will find a way to connect. Pam. And that is what they showed. And Charlie, the performance, the appearance, and once again, we should also talk about Shatta Wale's fashion sense. In fact, the fashion critics who will go and he's wearing bangu and he's doing this, he's wearing that.
On that
all
day,
those colors he displayed in December, none of them, you see.
especially on the medical show day, he was really looking cool.
Exactly. And
with some blazer kind of jeans.
Yes.
No, it was, I can't call it blazer.
It was just a jeans jacket.
Yeah, jeans jacket,
Jeans jacket with the trouser and the durag, the shades and all that.
No, he was looking cool.
Exactly. And you see,
there were pictures of him with Mali and those things. I think you have to share those pictures as well.
Those pictures there. Those pictures, when they were posted on the internet, in fact, social media in-laws did not see. But then it is what it is. It is what it is. And you see, for the fashion sense, if the fashion critics should not make themselves like, okay, when they see something wrong with a celebrity, that is when they are quick and energetic to come and talk about it. Okay. But these are beautiful display of fashion that Shatta had throughout December. And none of them are doing any reviews about it. None of them are even commending, coming out to commend. But if it were to be something that in their mind they think it wasn't right, can you see them lambasting them left, right, center on the internet? And
easy.
So on the planning and plotting, it was just a display of support for a brother, and it was very evident on stage.
That's true. Planning and plotting was also successful, if you ask me. It was one of the concerts that I enjoyed Medikal's performance. He did live band, he did the playback, and all the supporting artists also came in to show some love to him as well. I don't know if it is something he will be doing every year. Let's see how it goes. If he is going to do such a concert at maybe different locations every year, it was just related to the album and nothing else. So once again, Medikal, big ups to you. He's also going to London, the Indigo O2. I think it's on May 4th or something like that. So to people in London, remember Medikal is coming. The Planning and Plotting concerts is coming to London on May 4th at the Indigo O2. Be ready. The last time I checked, I think they were about releasing their tickets lines, so you should be ready to also get your tickets to be a part of it. Now let's take you straight to Manso Kwanta. Of course, I remember when the call came the other day. It took currency to give me a fair idea of the distance from Kumasi, because sometimes when they call like that, and if not been to those places, you ask yourself that how far is the place, because Charlie, it is painful to sit in long hours and go and perform again. So you don't want to put your artist through such stress. So when the first call came, I asked Currency, okay, you know Ashanti region quite well. How is the distance? I said, well, it is between 1 hour to 2 hours. Okay, if it is between 1 hour to 2 hours and you are in a V8, it will not be too stressful. So that is fine. We agreed, signed deals, paid some cool amount of money for us to go do this. And big shout outs to Osama, who was the host, also opening his hotel, the New York City Hotel in Manso Kwanta. We left here via Passion Air. That is, we went by air from Accra to Kumasi. And when we landed in Kumasi, we had to continue with a V8, followed or led by a police kid. And within 1 hour and some hours, no, we did not get to 2 hours, I want to believe. Within 1 hour and some few minutes, we were in Manso Kwanta. Of course, their road. I think we have to talk about the road another time, because I pray that most of these roads in Ghana will be fixed, especially those at the mining areas where money is supposedly coming from. We have to be fixing the roads. The road was not really good at all. But the people, when we entered there to pass through some terrible roads, almost everybody in the town had a bike. Like the people were on the street, ping pong, ping pong. And of course, Shatta's way of doing this, flipping money. Some were throwing their bikes to just come and catch some of the money being flipped. That was also cool. And on the day, I think if there was that energy I've seen in Shatta performing outside of Accra, in my books now, I think I'll give it to Manso. The kind of energy Shatta exhibited whilst he was performing at Manso. Later, I asked me and said, Charlie, it was the connection. The connection with the fans and the connection with the team members gave him that particular energy. The connection was on point. Good numbers in Manso. It is a town, so you might think that, oh, not many people will be coming there. But on the day, I'm sure we recorded more than close to 10,000 or so more people in there. That place is the biggest. Like, the place is vast. The guy took the land proper for this particular purpose, and the whole place was filled with even some people who were still outside of the auditorium. And that day also showed that if you're an artist and you are not limited in Accra, then you have arrived. Because there are some artists, when they move out of Accra, some people can't even recognize them, except those who are very active on social media in those places. But before we even got to Manso, a certain junction, some were forgotten the name, Manso Kwanta, when we got there, people had actually pulled up with speakers and banners. And they were just waiting for, because they knew Shatta had nowhere to pass through apart from that place. They were just there waiting for us, like a carnival. They met us there. We went to the Manso. But the Manso comes with some small towns and villages. Series of Mansos. At every place, there is a stop welcoming us. Sometimes they will even block the place. Hey, if Shatta doesn't show, we won't let him pass. Shatta would have to come show in the dust and still flip some money to them. And Manso also gave us one beautiful experience. Shatta felt like, okay, it is Christmas and we are in a small town. It feels good at least. This is not something that he's been seen often. And knowing that he lives his luxurious life, and on the Christmas day, he was somewhere. He felt anew, and he felt, he told me, Charlie, he's enjoying this feeling. And Manso was also great, and we pray that maybe another time we do it again and they fix their road. Yeah. Yes, Manso.
Manso acquisition was an adventure.
Okay.
You know, we've done a similar adventure like Manso. That was
Yeah. Wasabenso.
Wasabenso.
Yeah, Wasabenso.
Yes, it was an adventure like Wasabenso. And so when we were going, in fact, when they said it was a mining area, I realized it gave me that same picture. So when we were going, as for the road, I wasn't even surprised. I wasn't surprised. But then we would also plead and wish that they fix some of these roads for them, because if they do, per the receptions that we've had in these two places, I can tell you that they can do more. I'm sure some of these things are the things that are limiting some of these people in these areas when it comes to they having entertainment, and they pay good money.
Yeah.
They pay good money.
Yeah. Fact.
They pay good money. So
Fact.
I'm just seeing this beyond Shatta to say that, okay, if they had good resources like roads and other stuff that will aid them in bringing, because I know some of these things, if not for the love Shatta has for some people in these areas, and that he would want to connect to his fans throughout, so many people would decline because of some of these conditions. Because an artist of his caliber going through some of these conditions to entertain his fans, so I know so many people would decline.
Yeah.
Yet because of the love he has for the job he's doing, and also for the fans.
But let me say this. He started this agenda of decentralizing shows, and that all shows should not be in Accra.
Exactly.
Shows should also be spread around the region. So I'm sure he was living by that particular thing he said during his State of the Industry address. And that as much as you're able to satisfy him, wherever you are, if you're able to satisfy him, why not? You show up and show love to his fans, because he has fans everywhere.
These calls from some people from other parts like the hinterlands and all that, especially when you're on TV, they call and say, oh, Christmas, New Year, Easter, they be a cry, and when we do some of these things, in fact, it was beautiful. It was beautiful for us to trek to Wasabem. So in fact, the route was an adventure. The fact that Shatta was able to withstand the dust, throughout about an hour.
Yeah.
he still got that energy to perform on that concrete stage, hitting his body on that concrete
Charlie.
stage.
That time, anytime he put his knee on the floor, then I feel the pain. When he kneels, then I am feeling the pain standing.
But he gave a very beautiful performance, and let me say big ups as well to Osama, the whole crew that led to do the booking and to secure Shatta to perform. New York City Hotel, of course, getting such an opening.
Oh, let me also say shout out to Mowasti. Mowasti
Yes.
led the operations and the promotions for the show. I think he's also a media person in Kumasi.
So
yeah.
Osama and his people, I want to say, for you to have such an opening and for somebody like Shatta to bless your opening, it's huge and it's an opening.
Yeah, and that was the same day the hotel was open.
So you are in for greatness, and God richly bless you. God richly bless everybody that was involved. In fact, we really enjoyed ourselves in Manso Kwanta to the extent that because we had a show, another seemingly tough show the following day. In fact, the way we were received in Manso Kwanta did not even make us, yes, even though we were in a hurry to also come and satisfy the people in Kasoa. But then, if we had our way, or we didn't have shows in front of us like that, we would have wished to even relax and also enjoy with them even after the show, because of the reception the people gave us. And also through Osama and his people, we really appreciate the reception they gave to us in Manso Kwanta.
Well, let's do the very last one in this particular episode before we come again, or we come your way again with the next episode on the Shatta updates, recapping activities in the December booked and busy season. We are talking about Kasoa homecoming at Blue Top Villa. That was like a war film. I keep saying, anytime I mention the Kasoa homecoming, I say it was like a war film, because from the start of the show to the end, everything was charged.
No, from the announcement.
Well, I think you are right.
From
the announcement, when the first announcement was made, first flyer was put out that on this day, on that day, Shatta will be coming to perform. No, it was just so crazy.
The course.
It was just so crazy, and the whole thing played out like a movie. Police and fans. The event people, as in the Blue Top Villa, how they planned to do their security, they were overwhelmed.
Over them.
Like, they were overwhelmed, because the number of people that came for that show, it was over their expectation. In fact, if there was one successful show in Kasoa in 2023, I'm sure that one will beat every show, including the venue. If they've done any other show, the Shatta Wale show that they observed, they have not seen any show like that before. And on that day, I also don't know where energy came from into Shatta Wale. He was charged, like that day, the street kinship in him really came to rule.
The streets came alive.
Yes, it came to rule. He was just giving the people vim, and the people were also responding to the vim, and it was beautiful. He performed for more than an hour, almost 2 hours. Oh, hey, that was the day he didn't even want to close.
2 hours, man.
I just remembered.
What can you cry?
That was the day he did not want to close. I remember he asked me, Sammy, what's the time? And I said, oh, it is like 4 something. So, hey, right now 4.
Let's go.
Let's see. I even told him to go and say, no, let's give the people more. And he was not even ready to leave the stage. Obviously, when the energy is right, when the energy is give and take, you always want to give us some more. Kasoa was cool, but I have an advice for Kasoa fans. Please, if you want Shatta Wale and his team to keep coming to your place, guys, become a little bit. Because on the day, there were some things that did not go right in terms of security, and it was because the energy from the fans overwhelmed the security people. They couldn't stand it any longer. Some of our team members had their car stones hitting there, including mine as well. Thanks to the organizers for helping some of us to fix it. You understand? It was just so hard. At a point, you didn't know where to pass, because you'll be somewhere and some stone will come flying. No, it was so crazy. But in all, it was fun-filled. People who came out really enjoyed their time. Shatta, even on the day, came a little late, but the people were still there. The energy was on point. It was not as if because the show came on late, the energy went down. No, the energy never went down. It was hard throughout. And once again, to Kasoa Massive. Shatta tells me Kasoa is one of his strongest fan base ever. Maybe after Nemo or something. He tells me Kasoa is one of his strongest fan base. And that day, the testimony really came alive. The strength, the energy. Oh, next time, if you have to do a show in Kasoa with Shatta Wale, make sure you go beyond your normal security levels. Like extra reinforcement, even before it happens. It is very necessary for you to do that. Ro, Kasoa, what are you adding to Kasoa?
Kasoa, Nima, Mamovi, Shukura, baby Anamotino, baby Ani Shatta free by around the Accra area.
Kolegono.
All those places. In fact, if you want
Kolegono, Jamestown,
Nima, Mamovi, or Newtown, if you want to book Shatta, know that. Or if you want to send Shatta to some of these places, know that you have to do abnormal things. I think it is time we accept it.
Yeah.
When I say abnormal things, I mean abnormal security, abnormal everything that you are supposed to provide it abnormally. Because you need it. I remember when the whole negotiation started and we were telling the people, giving them the rider as to even security and the kind of things they would need. They were being skeptical on certain things about it. But on the night, they testified to the reasons why we were insisting on some of these things.
Yeah.
And I must say, me, from when it was announced and the call started coming through, like they announced, when we announced the show, the fans started. The first flyer came on 1st December. And this show was on 24th.
Yeah.
That is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yet, from 1st December to that time, even when we were in Manso,
the energy never died.
People will call and ask, ticket as saying, and this energy from fans in Kasoa was totally unmatched. In fact, the police, let me say big ups to the police service or the security service that were also present. I think they also did a very good job. They did a very good job, and I didn't hear of any casualty or any strong casualty aside some of the windscreens and the small ones that we encountered.
Yeah.
But then they were able to manage the situations very, very well.
Yeah.
In fact, the whole place was heated up. Like the heat was from ground level to top level. And and they displayed professionalism in controlling some of these things. Yes, some went overboard, of which we all saw the result. But then, it's still for them to have still maintained that calmness to also calm the situations down was something that I would also commend them for, and also say big ups to the host, Mr. Sam, and his people.
Yeah, Joel
at
MC Berryman and all those guys.
And all the people.
Yeah.
For Kasoa, it was a Shatta party. It was a Shatta party.
You know, at the point, the fans did not want, before Shatta performed, the fans did not want the DJ to play any other artist song. Well, you try playing it and they come attacking. I witnessed it so many times. You try playing any other artist song.
Even when we were doing the sound check, and one DJ even started playing, the fans that were there when we were doing the sound check were like 10. Even those 10 people did not give the DJ that. Like, the DJ no fun. The DJ was hot. So I was like, hey, if 10 people can do this, then I imagine a full house, then you go and do another 10. But then, it was all for the promotion of the Ghanaian music agenda.
Yeah.
And I think on the night, they really did well. Shout outs to the young act who also came through
to start the show before.
Fact, I hear Zidor also did very well.
Man like Zidor Nation.
Kasoa
some girl, Angie Wood or whatever. Hey. That girl came showing things she was not supposed to show.
So from Manso Kwanta 23rd to Kasoa, in fact, the energy that was displayed or that was used from dragging us through from Accra to Ashanti region, back and right from the airport, we went straight to Kasoa to make sure we entertain them, and it was back to back. In fact, these shows happening in 2 different regions, and Shatta was able to deliver. It's something that we should also take note, that booking Shatta is not just about you saying, oh, I booked him. But if you're able to do your things right, even if he has to go through hell
to get the show done for you,
will.
Yeah, that one I agree.
Even if he has to go through the worst conditions too, because some of the conditions that we had to go through for us to return to Accra and him resting and coming back
to
were not too favorable. Yet he had to honor some of these invitations and make it happen. So big ups to them, big ups to some of these people. In fact, it was an adventure.
Yeah.
Manso Kwanta to Kasoa was an adventure.
Yeah, I know, right?
Which we can use a whole day to talk about.
Oh, in fact, let me say this. Do you know, whilst we were waiting to catch our flight back to Accra in Kumasi, at the Kumasi airport, we were in the car and Shatta had his laptop playing beats. Do you know that day, he finished a song in the car?
When we were waiting for our boarding time.
Yes, the time you guys were going up and down, and I was with him in the car, he played a beat and created a melody right there and then. So I remember he called that song even Sammy, because when he was saving, he played the beat, so when he was saving the sound, he saved the Sammy. Like, what the heck? Right there and then, a song was made. And it tells you who he is. Of course, I think he was the busiest, and he also delivered justice to almost all the shows that he performed at. This morning, I had a message from Socrates Safo, who was part of the Taste of Ghana event organizer. He said, oh, they were in a meeting, and the people at GIPC and Ghana Tourism Authority, the way they were full of commendation and respect for what Shatta did for them. Like, I was so excited. Like, almost everybody, every promoter, every event organizer that we dealt with, everybody closed the show with excitement. Everybody closed the show with happiness that this is the guy we need to make our shows very bright and right. And I want to say big ups to the fans as well. The fans never disappointed.
Of course.
I know there were some people who were almost at all the shows, especially the Accra ones. One lady, some Genevieve Love, something.
Genevieve, Mariam,
Charlie,
and
at almost all the shows, like there. I saw them.
They were representing. They were representing. In fact, big ups to them. Big ups to them.
And that is beautiful. Still here, giving you a recap of some of the activities that transpired in the Shatta Movement Empire, booked and busy December. Maybe you missed some of the details. I promised you that I'll be coming back to share them with you as we prepare for the rest of the months and years ahead of us. We are still here doing this for the good Lord, and doing it for Shatta Movement, and doing it for Ghana as well.
But let me chip in this. In this activity, this series, they shouldn't also. This is from us.
Yeah.
As team members,
and
it is possible we will get the man himself to also respond to some of these things and his experiences. They should still keep it locked, and also anytime the episodes drop, yes, they can follow and they will be surprised.
Very, very well. My name is Sammy Flex. Thanks to Roland Amate, sidekick for this one, to Richie Flex, editor director of the show Digital Rasta Currency, who is the man in charge of camera here at Sammy Flex TV. If you loved it, you can share with another person. If you want more, you can subscribe. If you want to also make an input, why not? Comment and let's make it together. Shatta Movement is forever strong. Shatta Movement is for life. Let's do this. I'm out of here.